Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my clan became immortal at the weekend. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be sharing some different videos of the immortal side of the game, starting with the Immortal Trials Day 1. Let's go.
The wall's quite a marvel, isn't it? Before you can fully embody the name Immortal, you'll need to earn the blessing of Deadessa, the one who created our order. And there are a few trials all of us undertake first. Follow the steps in this handbook, and you'll pass the trials without issue. I'm sure of it.
So I have made a video for this previously, but as this is my first time being an immortal in around a year, and as some people are still new to the game and some people are new to being immortal, I thought it'd be worth revisiting this and making a new video for it today. So to begin with, we have the path of the immortals, as you can see here, and there'll be different tasks to complete each day and different things to claim. Now, this never works when I click on it for my character, so just ignore that. And we are a new recruit. So here we have some tasks, as you can see now on the left-hand tab, and we're going to follow this and complete it as we go. To begin, we need to report to the Hall of Ascension. So make sure you know where this is in Westmarch. It's at the top part of the map for those that haven't been here before. And we need to talk to the mission advisor, and he's going to give us some tasks to complete our first day of Immortal Trials.
Our enemies. With your victories, you will elevate us all. Begin by completing your first of many quests as an immortal. Let no challenge be above or beneath you.
Talk to the mission advisor is complete, and you can see it's now updated with immortal weekly goals, and we have 4 goals here: inspect the wall of honor, complete challenge rift, salvage an item, and complete any daily dungeon. So every day we'll be given different tasks to complete. However, once you've completed the Immortal Trials, you'll just be given a weekly list of tasks to complete, I believe, so that makes it a lot faster to work through. Obviously, I'll make a video for that once we get to that point as well. So to begin with, we're going to inspect the wall of honor. So this is our immortal, MD Soul, who is my clan leader, and a huge shout out to him for winning Immortal Reign. So now you can see we've completed 1 out of 4 of the Immortal Weekly goals. And next up we have complete a challenge rift. So we're going to do this together today. And I'm going to actually complete all of these tasks while I'm recording so that you can see exactly what to do for this. Now, whether I'm completing a challenge rift for an Immortal goal or a Shadow goal, I generally go for one of the lower level rifts. This makes it so much quicker to complete, and it does still contribute towards your weekly or daily goals for Shadows and for Immortals. So obviously if you're pushing challenge rifts, you're more than welcome to continue pushing higher levels. However, completing a low level rift normally takes under a minute. Sometimes if you're lucky with the elites, it can take literally 30 seconds to do. Because as you can see here, I'm just walking through these mobs. I don't even have to do anything. I've literally just got my skills active and walking through them like I would in an Elder Rift. Except these have even lower difficulty than that, because obviously this is a really low level rift. Now I've been pretty lucky here and got quite a few elites spawn. So this has made it even faster for me to finish. As I mentioned, having elites in your rift will help out big time. And yeah, the low level rifts are even faster to complete as well. So boss is about to spawn and literally taken down in half a second. And you can see rift complete, and it took 51.5 seconds there. So next we're going to exit, and you will see now that it says Immortal Goals completed 2 out of 4. Next up, we need to salvage an item. Now, I believe I have some items in my inventory from completing Ibenfard's Sanctum this morning, and I never bother salvaging, even though I've got a salvage pet. So we're going to go to the blacksmith so that you can see here. So services, we've got 1 item to salvage there, and you can see we now 3 out of 4 Immortal Goals completed. Now, the last goal is to complete a daily dungeon. So this means any kind of dungeon. So I'm just going to run a normal random dungeon. I would do a challenge dungeon, but you can be really unlucky with the team you end up with. And I've known a few people have ended up carrying quite a lot of players through this. So we're just going to go with the normal dungeon today and hope for the best. Obviously, here we have Destruction's End, which is quite a nice dungeon. This is actually one of my favorites. I know not a lot of people like this, but it is one of the fastest ones to run, especially now that they've changed the end of it so you don't need to wait for that chest to drop. It's a pretty quick dungeon to complete. While we're here as well, I might actually look at the damage meter to see how we're doing on damage, because obviously we have got a higher resonance player on this team, and it's quite nice to see yeah, my damage is top. So it's always nice to see that when you've got someone with much bigger wings than you in the team. So yeah, this is the last goal to complete for the daily tasks for the Immortal Trial today. Now, when you have these daily tasks, they're generally pretty straightforward for the Immortal Trial part of the tutorial. However, as they go on, you can have other tasks, and some of these will give 2 sigils instead of 1. So for each immortal task you complete, you gain 1 sigil, and I believe it's Monstrous Essence Hand In and bounties that count for 2 sigils each. So we'll be looking at that in a later video and looking at how we can maximise getting the most out of our goals as well. I'm not sure if this has changed since I was last immortal. If you've been immortal recently and know the answer to that, let me know in the comments. But it's also much easier to complete the immortal goals now, as with the shadow goals as well. They've changed the whole way that mechanic works for both, I believe, so it's much quicker to complete. So this dungeon is almost done. As I said, Destruction's End is quite a nice dungeon to run now since they've changed it. And these immortal tasks are super straightforward. However, you will need to complete the Immortal Trials every day, starting on the first day you become immortal. It's super important to get these tasks done and get the Immortal Trials done each day, because it will actually stop you from completing certain immortal events in game if you haven't actually completed the Immortal Trials. So that's why I wanted to make a video for this day and reiterate the importance of actually completing the Immortal Trials. I kind of wish that they would make it skippable like they have with Shadows. When you obviously have been a Shadow before, you don't have to go through the whole trial of that anymore and the tutorial to become a Shadow anymore. And I kind of wish that they'd do this with the Immortal Reign as well. I guess it's maybe for people that haven't been immortal often or ever been immortal before. But obviously for players that have been immortal a few times, it's a little bit frustrating going through the same thing over and over. So this is the dungeon now completed as well. So we're going to take a look, and we should have all 4 immortal daily tasks complete. And we're going to claim all the loot from this as well. So you can see we've got all 4 completed. Oh, it's a little bit slow with me clicking it, so I'm going to have to click them very slowly here. You get some gear, you get some scrap materials and some gold as well. And you obviously gain sigils from this as well. Now you can see it now says report to the mission advisor in the Hall of Ascension. So we need to head back there and see what else he has to say.
It is by our deeds and our contributions that others come to rely on the Immortals. Contemplate the tasks that lie before you, then empower the Eternal Crown.
What's so important about the crown?
The crown is a locus for the power Deadessa granted us. All Immortals share in its might.
So you can see now that we've spoken to the mission advisor, it's updated once again to say view unlocked immortal features. Let's take a look at this now by heading to the main immortal menu.
Well, now you can view new immortal-specific activities. As your training progresses, you'll unlock the ability to undertake even more.
So as you can see, weekly goals is now unlocked, and it's prompting us to click on Reign and contribute as well. Now, depending on what your clan asks for, you can either contribute 1 sigil or contribute all of them. So now we're being prompted to learn about dominance. Now the way dominance works is this is based on the activity of everyone in the Immortals. So you want a higher dominance rank to unlock more features within the Immortal Reign as well. And there are weekly rewards like hilts, gold, and the chance of legendary items as well as part of being an Immortal. And you have the burning cloak of the Defiant also. So let's head back to the mission advisor and see what he says next.
Thus we are honed, and thus our reign stretches toward infinity. We need all our acuity, all our sharpness to break the adversary's charge. The guide to the ordeal will show you how.
So now we're going to head to Kion's ordeal and run a test version of this as the next part of the trial.
If you would epitomize the legacy of our order, behind me lies the way. When we emulate Kion's battle against the outsiders, we are blessed, and our dominance in this world grows.
Where will this portal take me?
You will be taken to a trial. Only our finest warriors undertake the ordeal, but all who participate can earn gifts from the builder herself.
Are you prepared To walk in Kion's footsteps, fresh one. To stand deep in pools of the enemy's blood. Speak with me, and begin the ordeal.
So let's do this. I haven't done Kion's for a long time, and the tutorial for this is super
This
easy.
is Kion's ordeal. Strike down 4 tormentors respectively in the east, west, south, and north to earn Deodessa's blessing. Your responsibility is the tormentor in the north. Steel yourself, pass through the portal, and face it.
So we're facing off against Moloch here. Now I will mention at this point with Kion's, once it's active there are different difficulty levels of it to unlock, and the high difficulty levels will allow you to play Kion's more than once a day. So each person can only play once a day. However, they can run multiple Kion's in a day once the difficulties are unlocked. Now you can see here on the minimap there is a purple logo kind of being circled. That will actually give us a buff for our team. So although we've defeated Moloch, I'm going to activate this now so that you can see what this says. So there we go, I've unlocked, I don't know what it was just on and off the screen instantly, but this sometimes unlocks things like increased damage, increased attack speed for everyone that is in your team. So we're going to head back to the center now, and for some reason this was a little bit buggy here and it took a little while to actually do anything. I think because the other bot team, as you can see, hasn't defeated the Tormentor yet. It's like literally still on 50%, and I can't even enter to help because it says it's a full team in there, which is kind of annoying. I did head back through this portal because I thought maybe that would speed things up, or maybe I'd left something behind, but I didn't. So we'll head back to the center now, and hopefully it will trigger them to complete killing their boss. So this is just a case of playing the waiting game if you have the same bug. I think it's a bug anyway, because I don't remember experiencing this before. Normally all the tormentors get defeated at the same time. So there we go, victory, and we can now claim Deodessa's blessing and see what different prizes there are up for grabs.
The tormentors lie felled. Let those who hewed them down inherit the builder's gifts. The blessing of Deodessa shines throughout this chamber. Stand beneath the gift you desire, and it may be. Stand in the gleam to the north, and await your blessing.
Now in reality, when you play Kion's for real, you can stand in whichever circle you want, but here it's making us go for the chest. So that is the tutorial for Kion's ordeal completed. So pretty straightforward and easy to understand. And we've gained a legendary item for doing it as well. Now to leave this and to leave Kion's ordeal when you do play it for real, you just click on the exit door next to the minimap here.
You move a step closer now to the ideal. Return to the entrance and learn more before your next attempt. Nothing ennobles the reign more than enduring Kion's ordeal.
So let's now inspect the door here, and this gives you a little bit of information about Kion's ordeal. So the weekly reward is the legendary crest. You also gain aspirant keys, legendary items, and dominance as well. And this unlocks at bronze 2 dominance. So once you've reached bronze 2 dominance in your immortal reign. Now clicking on activities here, you can see contribute is now unlocked, and so is Kion's ordeal. The last thing to unlock is Rite of Exile. So for some reason this was also bugging, and it said to inspect the ordeal entrance again, so we're going to do that now to complete this task.
Join in Kion's ordeal again. Until you are called, study the... One trial is over, but you have more to accomplish. Pursue your goals in Sanctuary and infuse the eternal crown.
So next up we need to talk to the Hilts trader, and yes, day 1 does feel like it's a never-ending task, but we are near to the end of this now and there's not much left to do. So when we reach the Hilts trader, there should be an Immortal Trial button to press.
Earned some hilts, have you? Well, heard things are going decently well with our mutual friends. Nice work. I've got some special stock you might appreciate.
Be the good this
I
will-
keep back a few additional offerings for immortals to say thank you.
So as you can see, some of these unlock at different dominance levels as well. Now we need to click to claim our rewards for completing our
You've
Immortal
completed the first
Trials.
leg of your training. A promising start, all told. Meet me tomorrow for the next test.
So that is it for today. Immortal Trials Day 1 are complete, and it was pretty straightforward if you ask me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.